investigators are hoping witnesses can help them gather more evidence in this fatal crash. It happened on Friday. It sent an SUV flying off an overpass right onto I-5 below, shutting down traffic for hours. Hello, everybody. I'm Michelle Esteban. Glad you're with us. This crash happened Friday morning as a driver was trying to get onto State Route 599 from northbound I-5 in Tukwila. State troopers arrested a 30-year-old man believed to be the driver. But in court this afternoon, his attorneys challenged evidence on who was behind the wheel and what exactly caused the crash. KOMO's Lynn Wynn was in court, and she joins us live in Seattle with what we have been able to learn about the deadly crash, as well as the suspect. Lynn.
Well, Michelle, at this point, investigators do not believe that the driver was under the influence of any drugs or alcohol, instead blaming erratic driving for setting off a chain reaction that ended with one dead and multiple people injured.
Everything happened so fast, there was no reaction. I just watched it unfold. I was not in control of anything.
Stephen Miller and his wife were driving on I-5 when suddenly an SUV came crashing down from above.
All we saw in front of our windshield was some dark-colored object falling in front of us, and all that probably happened in less than 1 second. And then there was a whole lot of noise.
Investigators say the driver of this black Toyota Highlander was traveling onto State Route 599 from I-5 when it hit a guardrail, causing it to tumble over the barrier, crashing onto I-5 below, right onto the Millers. The crash causing a chain reaction involving 4 other vehicles. 2 people were ejected from the Highlander, and 1 of them was killed. Several others were injured in the crash and taken to the hospital. Washington State Patrol says the suspected driver who caused the crash initially tried to run from the scene, telling investigators he wasn't the one driving.
At that time, Muhammad stated the deceased was driving. He stated he picked up his friend at his house off 216th, and when he did this, he let his friend drive.
In court, a judge found probable cause for felony hit and run, driving while license suspended and driving without an ignition interlock device, violating court orders, but said there is not enough evidence right now to support a vehicular homicide charge.
We don't know what caused this accident. We don't know if Mr. Muhammad was driving in a reckless manner. We don't know if a tire blew out. We don't know if another car cut him off. We don't know what happened.
As for the other victims in the crash, Miller and his wife were checked out at the hospital, but cleared to go home. Now just thankful their injuries weren't worse.
Try to imagine what happened if the car had landed on our roof. Then we wouldn't be having this interview.
And according to the crash report, 4 out of the 5 vehicles involved in this crash were totaled. The suspect's bail, meanwhile, set at $100,000. He's due back in court on March 11th. Reporting live in Seattle, Lynn Wynn, KOMO News.